Ah, the good old days. Most of us can remember the good old days. Of course, depending on age. The good old days may have been in the 50s, the 60s, or the 70s. And by the year 2000, teenagers of today will look back on the 80s as the good old days. This is because the passing of time helps us forget most of the bad things, and we tend to remember the good times. On top of this, most of us dislike change, and we look back on those days when we were not pressured with change, because everything stayed the same. Or did it? The truth is that the world and everything in it is constantly undergoing change. In the space of 25 years, the Perth skyline has changed dramatically. And this did not happen overnight. As our world changes at an ever-increasing pace, we must learn to adapt if we are to succeed. As well as change, there has been the growth in the population of Western Australia, which has doubled in the last 25 years, from 798,000 in 1964 to over 1.6 million in 1989. This increase in population has placed a huge demand on housing and land resources. Land developers and the various authorities are working hard in an effort to meet this ongoing demand. We have recently seen huge price rises due to an unprecedented demand, which has seen subdivisions around the state being snapped up as soon as they are completed.
$2,000, 43 is there, 42 then, ladies and gentlemen. First time, second time, third time, sold, ladies and gentlemen, $42,000.
Homes are being built at a rate which sees trades and services battling to keep pace. One aspect of building any home is the provision of services such as sewerage, water, telephone, gas and electricity. Now, what about the provision of the electricity supply? How does SECWA know that the house is being built and that power is required to be connected? Most connections proceed without any problems, but in a few instances, mostly the ones we remember, the following can be the scenario.
Hello. Hi Mrs. Langley, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
The house is nearly finished.
Oh, great. When do you think it will be finished?
I'd say all complete in 2 weeks.
Right, that's good because the lease is up on the unit in about 3 weeks' time.
Okay, now have you read my letter referring to applying for the SEC, telecom and other services?
Yes, but I've forgotten to do anything about it. What shall I do?
You better go and ring them straight away.
Good morning, Customer Inquiries. Katrina speaking.
Good morning. I'd like to make application for power at my new address in Torini Way, Yangebuck.
Can I have the number, please?
It's number 10, block 102.
In this case, the subdivision is very recent and our mapping records are not up to date.
Is it on a corner?
No.
I'm afraid the tickets haven't been submitted.
What ticket?
The electrician has to submit a ticket when he's first commenced work on the premises.
I'm afraid you'd have to go back to the builder and he'll chase up the electrician.
And find out what's happened to the tickets.
Okay, I'll get back to the builder, but can you tell me when the power can be connected?
Okay, well we can't do anything until those tickets have been submitted.
Once you know that the ticket's been handed in by the electrician,
You can ring the district officer at our southern depot. That number is 336 0111.
That's 3360111. Is that right? Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey Stan, have you put the ticket in for this job?
Yeah, of course I have.
Well, the woman's been on to me last night and she said the ticket's not in. She's rang the SEC and they said the ticket's not in. Have you got your book in the car?
Yeah.
Well, just go and get it, will you?
Okay. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Sorry, mate. Bloody things over for the minute. Look, just got a couple of things to do here and I'll get them in at the southern depot tonight. I'll get this one on the file in.
Well, make sure you do, will you?
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Okay.
Gary Williamson, District Officer.
I've got your number from head office and they've told me to ring you concerning my new connection in Torini away in Yanja, but apparently the tickets aren't in.
Right, what's the lot number? Right, could you just hold on a moment and I'll check with the inspectors, please.
Good morning, Inspection Branch.
The district officer can't help. The ticket has not arrived and he doesn't even have a map of the subdivision. He will need to visit the site to find out who the developer is so he can get a map. He advises the owner they may even have to pay for a mains extension.
I'll have to get your name and phone number and I'll have to check this out and get back to you. Yes, SECWA here. I'm wondering if I could get a plan of your new subdivision at Yanjima. Yes, that's correct.
Gary, here's the urgent mains extension that you asked me about yesterday for Yanjima.
Right, thank you. Gary Williamson, District Officer.
I'm ringing for a second time concerning my new connection at Torrenia Way in Yanjima. Is there anything happening on that yet?
We've only just received the plans from the developers. We've got everything going and we hope to have it done very shortly.
Could you follow it up as soon as possible? Because
The house is going to be completed in 2 weeks' time. I'm due to have my baby in about 4.
The district officer is under pressure. He knows a ministerial is in the making. The design is prepared. Then taken to the distribution engineer for approval and the task issued for construction.
It's that urgent one in Yanjima. We're on the way.
The one we were talking about this morning?
Yes.
The poles are up. The conductors run. The meter on. And the service connected. The customer is happy.
Carol, can you check this out and update our plans, please?
But the district officer's job is not finished until the paperwork is done. First, the district brings its records up to date. Then the details are sent to the region so its records can be kept in step. At times, the area will require records, so it is also kept up to date. If a high voltage alteration is involved, DOC also needs a copy of the record. At times, during this multiple recording, inaccuracies will occur as different people interpret the sketch in different ways.
Hello Gordon, it's John here. Got a query with that sketch you sent in on Torrenia Way. That's right. On the corner there, is that supposed to be a new pole or we've changed an existing pole?
Occasionally, the address in the customer system is not the address the customer uses.
I'm sorry, I can't find that on the system. Is it on